Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a quite insane match played between myself against Exploded and Algo at the same time. So this has started because I was just destroying everybody in Saturday SmackDown and nobody wanted to play against me. So they figured it would only be fair if we had a 2v1. Well, they figured it'd only be fair if we had a 3v1, but JGG didn't want to participate, so it ended up being a 2v1. So yeah, this is not a normal 1v1 cast. This is a competitive 1v2. Yeah, going into this, I'm like, well, shoot. You know, as the one player, you simply just don't have as much supply. You simply don't have as much energy. You're constrained. You don't have as many CCs to work with as well, so they can make more militia than you, and they can pressure you with 16 militia off the bat, whereas you only have 8 to defend yourself. They can use that to secure a map advantage and just kick your ass. So basically what you end up having to do is take very aggressive early fights and win them. Basically you stall one player, you make it so that they have to focus really hard on you or they start losing against you, and try to use that to deplete their mental resources while you defend against the second player. So one of the players you're beating up, and the other player you are defending against so they can't come back and like flank you. Now in this game, I don't believe I did a very good job of the defending against the other player. It's just that Algo did not pressure me almost at all, which I am very grateful for, because Explode actually is a very competent opponent, especially when it comes to like early malicious shenanigans. Now he doesn't form his units up very well, I've found, so it isn't terribly hard to take pretty good engagements. Like even in that engagement where I messed up big time, you know, he ends up with 6 militia peeling off against 4 of my own, and I've got reinforcements backing up. Now that was a pretty awful fight, and honestly Red could just expand pretty much anywhere and just kick my ass with like helis or something. But yeah, my whole thing here is to just and both of these players aren't like, they're not bad by any means, but they do tend to tunnel vision. So if I give them something to look at, namely there's a ball of militia that's pushing them, and you're gonna have to micro against them, or else I'm gonna micro against you, win the fight, have a whole bunch of militia left over, and you're gonna have to deal with a whole bunch of militia shooting at your stuff, you know. Basically, deal with this. You know, give them something that is demanding of their attention, and, well, demand attention. So you see Blue's going for a push, Red's trying to tower contain, but he doesn't have enough workers to get this tower up before I can basically kill it for free. I do end up losing a militia before killing the tower, but he doesn't have a tower. He's not trying again. Blue took one of my farms. I'm not that worried about it. That farm has been generating me money for a while now. It's not going to be that difficult to replace. Blue's got significant forces, but I've driven off Red. What I need to do now is, with the worker closer to Red, move forward and yeah, move forward, try to take that farm if I can, and I can, because Red didn't place his tower close enough. Take the farm, build a tower. I've got a ball of militia over towards Blue, so Blue isn't going to be very keen to assault any of my stuff. Gonna see if I can't deny this tower over here, or at least shoot at his freaking houses. I'm putting a tower at that front against Red. Good. I've got militia ready to go against Blue. Good. Trying to form them up into crude lines. At this point, I believe the alt dragging was a thing, but I just did not know about it. So you'll see me box selecting big numbers of my units to form them up into rectangles instead of using the line command. Even so, using the rectangles can be a pretty good idea. Just it allows you to have what are effectively lines that are a couple of units thick. So at a specific point, you get more guns on the enemy. Density of fire, I suppose, rather than having your units spread in a single file line. You can have them double stacked. So yeah, I've cleaned up Red's presence on this side of the map. He's got some militia that he's gonna try pushing me with. I've got a house that's almost done, which means that I'm about to have more militia available to me. I'm not that unhappy about this. I've got enough militia that I can reasonably challenge blue, form up my units. I'm good to go. I believe I actually have more militia than him here. I mean, I could count, but yeah, and he's using the line command, which is not what you want to do in this scenario, because now I can just pick off your units pretty much piecemeal. He does get a good surround, but all my dudes are shooting. Alright, I've got more houses, I can make more militia, I've got money that I'm floating. Red has moved in, taken out some of my dudes, but I've got an air pad up. I've got it defended with a tower and some militia. He could probably break that. I'm not 100%, but I do believe Red could break that if he wanted to. But yeah, I'm taking pretty good fights against blue. He can poke into me, I'm just going to kite him every time he does that. I've got my units, generally speaking, formed better than his. Which is what I want. Basically, trying to get some of his dudes to just not be shooting at a given time. And yeah, I've got a numbers advantage here, and so I decide that I want to press it. Now he's in range of his own towers, but I can now start pushing into his territory, taking his shit. Got choppers up, making housing at the front. My militia are freaking huddled in a tree because I guess I double-clicked on militia while looking in that general direction. Oops. I don't know that I noticed that. I believe I thought that they had died somehow. And at this point, I'm still like I'm feeling a little more comfortable, right? I've bullied blue. Red's got militia, but I've got a heli that I can now bring around the map and attack all of the weak spots of blue. So if blue doesn't want a heli to harass him, he's either got to start defending his stuff, or well, yeah, you either defend your stuff or you just accept that there's going to be a heli on your farms and you're not going to own those farms. I see that blue's got undefended housing. That's perfect. I send a heli over there. I realize that I've got militia in this forest, decide to actually bring them to the towers so that I can stop a red push, which he just never pushed, which is very fortunate for me. Had he pushed, the play would probably have been to end up selling the air pad before it takes damage, get some money out of that. Yeah, blue places a tower way too fucking late. Excuse my French. Sorry, I'm a little hyped on caffeine and just hyped in general. But yeah, I'm in a wonderful position. Blue's getting bullied. Red's got forces, but he's not applying them. I'm taking out blue's housing. I've got a better ball of militia than blue. I've got comparable eco. At this point in the game, I should, in addition to increasing housing, my next play should probably be attack magenta to get those extra 4 farms, while also slowly pushing forward with static defense towards blue, seeing if I can't take the closest farm to my base there. But yeah, this heli's just like slowly whittling down on some of blue's resources. I should have sent another one over with it, but at this point, it's done its job. Blue sells. He's done. That's freaking wonderful. So I've gotten Explode to sell. I don't know that Algo was done fighting, but Blue was losing a whole bunch of stuff. And Blue says, yeah, you won. And then he will later go and contest that I won, despite the fact that he himself said it in this game. So here's the video proof. He said, yeah, my man, you won. Red also sells, and so now I just do a little victory dance. Thank you for watching this unorthodox game. I was not expecting to win this. Not that I didn't believe that I could, but that I just was not confident that I could. Of course, anything's possible, but yeah, what a game, man. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and remember, stay classy.